So, for those of you guys that are not aware, there was a long time in the past when there were a lot of very big religious figures that would say that Pokemon is of the devil. And when it originally came out, there were a lot of, you know, mums and dads saying you can't play with Pokemon because they're little demons. Not allowed to do that. You guys remember that, right? You guys remember that. So, I was interested to see if there are people in this day and age that still do the same thing. And we found this video from a minister on YouTube. This is from when Pokemon Go came out. This is from 2016. And we're gonna play a game here. We're gonna play a game is he serious or not? So, let's find out if he is. Let's go.
Many have seen the new fad
loud.
going around today called Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
All over the news, it's been talked about how there's this new video game that you can download on your phone, and you can actually go around and find little Pokemon, whatever those are. And, you know, I didn't pay much attention to it, didn't think much of it. But the more that this fad goes on, the more I think, you know, I need to mention this. I need to talk about this from a Christian perspective on what...
He needs to talk about it from a Christian perspective, because it's popular and it would get views. No, sorry, because to save souls. Yeah,
this so-called Pokemon fad really is, because it could be a very, very dangerous thing. And so I was looking into Pokemon. Now, I don't know a lot about Pokemon, but I remembered when Pokemon came out. I never liked the Japanese animation stuff. I wasn't into that. But when it came out, I said, wonder what that is, and I asked some people, and they said, well...
I do want to make it abundantly clear. Whenever I make fun of this person, I am not making fun of Christians or any religion in general. It's just that some of the stuff that he's probably going to say is a little bit wacky, and it is not representative of all Christians or all religious groups in general. So don't get angry at me for thinking this is a little bit funny, because it's just the stuff that he's saying in particular right now is a little bit funny.
Pokemon is all about a person having a little friend who's a monster, and he talks to that monster, and he builds that monster up and makes him stronger. And I thought, well, that doesn't sound very Christian. A person playing with a little monster, and I guess it's hatched from an egg or something, and they talk to it, and they help it to win in battle and fight with it and things like this. And from Christian perspective, my thought was, well, that sounds...
I feel like, you know, when he says, like, from a Christian perspective, it sounds like he's kind of doing, like, that. As a mother, it's like, when your opinion, like, doesn't... It's like, okay, well, what effect does that have on anything, you know?
Like witchcraft. You see, witchcraft...
He said witchcraft!
...is a person talking to demons, making deals with demons, and asking demons to do something for them through a contract, and then they do something for the demon. And so it sounded like to me, and I always thought, well, that sounds like preparing kids for later times to where they learn witchcraft and talk to demons. So I always thought, man, that Pokemon thing sounds pretty wicked. Well, Pokemon Go has come out now.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know, they call it, let me see if I can read it here from Wikipedia, it's called an augmented reality. And what it is you take your phone, I guess, and you download into your phone, and you choose your little Pokemon or whatever, and you go around on your phone and you look for these little monsters. And supposedly they're hiding in certain places, and you can find them through your phone. I thought, isn't that, I mean, that sounds weird.
I was going to say, that sounds amazing. Sounds weird.
We got an email from a friend the other day who's used to be, years ago, in the occult. Let me read the email that I got from him. He says, hi, Robert. Have you noticed the new Pokemon game?
Hi, Robert.
I have a background in occultism. I walked with dowsing rods to do research on demonic ley lines and dragon lines. Google Earth
dragon lines
was installed on my PC, and it had ley lines from all over the world in it. I know exactly where some of the most demonic spots are, also in my own area. So here's a guy that used to be in the cult, and he says there's these lines upon the earth that are, I don't know if they're magnetic lines or whatever they are, but he says that from his experience in the cult, these lines have to do with demons. Maybe this is the areas that demons most of the time pass as they go in their different directions. I continue from his email. One is close to an iron sculpture in front of my house. So one of these ley lines, which he calls occultic,
where the demons
is close to an iron sculpture in front of his house. He says, today I noticed that a lot of kids stop there on their bikes with their phones. I didn't know what they were doing. Then I realized they were playing this new Pokemon game in an augmented reality.
Someone found a Pokespot near his house.
I did some research on Pokemon this afternoon. ... It's demonic, he says. The game is all about evil and connecting ley lines. Pokemon are demons. People playing this game are putting themselves at great risk, not only physically because they are totally hypnotized in their game while driving their bikes and even cars, also spiritually because they open themselves to demons on places where vortices to darkness exist.
Vortexes to darkness.
If he's right, you know what Pokemon is?
If he's right, and it sounds like he is.
That Pokemon Go game is allowing people to see into the spirit world, and they have animated demons. And so people are...
I'm just imagining they're programming Pokemon Go, and they're like, yeah, this is the piece of code that allows us to go into the spirit world.
Running around on these satanic ley lines looking for demons, and oh, don't they look so cute on your phone? It's actually allowing you to see into the spirit world through a little box. If what he's saying is right. Now, I'm not saying that I believe that or that's true. You know,
okay, good.
They kicked a man off.
Okay, he's not completely off the deep end. Maybe there's hope for him. Maybe there's hope for him.
Twitter for life for saying I didn't like such and such a movie. And they're censoring people nowadays. I don't want to be censored, so I'm not saying that Pokemon is demonic, but I am giving you and reading to you the testimony of a man who was in the occult.
A man who clearly has all of his marbles.
And he's telling, isn't it interesting that these Pokemon games tell you to go along these certain ley lines that in the occult are ley lines that are known lines where demons...
Isn't it interesting that you walk down the street and you spin a Pokestop because there's a statue there? And also demons live in statues?
Frolic to and fro. I continue with his email. This is a very serious thing. I'm flabbergasted by the amount of people I see below my balcony. They have no clue. They think they're playing an innocent game while actually they're catching demons on ley line centers. There's also a new project in my town, and he continues on there about how he connects it with masons and masonry. He says, as it was in the days of Noah, these are the last days, in my opinion. God bless. And his name.
The apocalypse is coming because we're all too busy playing Pokemon Go.
But here's the next occult member saying, guess what? I think this is the occult. Now, you know what's odd? It's been in the news twice. Listen to this now. Twice, according to the news, people playing this Pokemon game in their little phone have come to where they supposedly are to find one of these little monsters, and they look down at their feet, and there's a dead body. Now, is that just coincidence? I'm a preacher, so let me read a couple Bible verses to you. The Bible says in 1 Timothy 4:1, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Clearly, we are in the last days, I believe.
Clearly.
And demons are running around, and demons are trying to get a hold of people and grab them to get them to depart from the faith of Jesus Christ. And what are they? They're seducing spirits. They're evil spirits. They're devils. We call them demons.
Demons everywhere.
It's interesting. 2 Corinthians 2:11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know what they call your cell phone? A device. An electronic device.
What? I'm sorry, that point right there. That point right there. That is spectacular there. That is absolutely spectacular. The devil's devices and handheld phone devices. My God, it must be the same.
Jesus said of Satan, he said, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven in Luke 10:18. You know, that whole world of electricity, lightning is electricity, has to do with the devil. That's his realm. Ephesians 2:2 says, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, and the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Where does he work? In the air. From what I understand, this Pokemon thing is a device in your hand that shows what's really around you through satellite images, so it goes through the air, and it's an electronic device. And what it seems, if this email is correct, it's allowing people to put on spiritual goggles through a little box to see demons in the spiritual world.
I like how he's just saying if this email is correct, and he's like, well, I don't know if this email is correct, but here's very much pointing towards he believes this. He just didn't say that he did because he didn't want to get people on him for believing
That's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it? See, he says it's pretty crazy as like to push you towards the this is real, you know? It's crazy, isn't it?
Page, if you go to Pokemon Go, you may not be able to see that, but you can go to PokemonGo.com if you want. And the first thing you see, it says select your region.
Select your region.
Huh? You know, the Bible says in the last days when the Antichrist comes, he's going to set up 10 regions around the world. Well, there has, I think, 15 here. But it's interesting how it says region. It doesn't say go by...
It's interesting how it says region, because the Bible said that there's going to be regions when the apocalypse comes. Therefore, Pokemon is the apocalypse.
State doesn't say go by continent. It says, hey, pick a region, and we'll show you where to get started to play this satanic devil game.
There you go.
Pokemon
He said
Go.
it. He said it.
Okay, so here's the little device. Here's the little thing. So you get your little iPhone, which I find interesting. iPhone. You know, what the devil wants is to get you to only think about yourself. And so he wants you to be selfish. And what does a selfish person do? They say, I, me.
This is why I can't take this seriously.
I believe it's chapter 14, talking about Satan. And I think it's...
Bro, I'm so glad I have an Android phone. See, I'm not supporting the devil, chat. You with your iPhones out there being demon people? Not me. I've got a good old God-friendly Android.
7 times that he says, I will do this, and I will do that, and I will rise up, and You know, when it comes to Christianity, it's not all about you, it's all about Jesus. So this game, Pokemon Go...
So we should call it a he phone. There you go. There you go, Apple. Rename your phone the he phones. It's all about Jesus.
Get you to get your eyes on yourself. iPhone, it's like for your eye to see, and it's almost like it's a divining lens to see into the spirit world. If indeed, as this email says, these are demons found on certain ley lines on the earth. I'll tell you what, that should scare you.
I'm terrified.
That should scare you right now.
I'm absolutely terrified. Chat, guys, are we scared? Are we scared, boys? Because I am terrified right now.
Of something like that. I'm looking here. A guy sent me something. It says Pokemon Go. How about Pokemon No Go? He says the Japanese creator of the game Pokemon was a strict religious educated person by his Christian parents. Yet he himself admits that he is anti-Christian and he's a rebel. Some of the names of these Pokemon are outrageously evil. One of them is called Greevil. Greevil. He says, you know what that stands for? The Grand Master of Evil. Just shorten it into Greevil.
Greevil?
Now, I don't have time to go into all the names of the Pokemon, but you start looking at them, some of the names appear to be names of things in the Bible that were back. Could they be, as this email suggests, demons on certain ley lines? And somehow the people behind Pokemon Go have been able to...
Wait, does he mean that the villain of XD? He just said Pokemon is called Greevil when it's the villain of XD? When Greevil just means greed and evil put together. It's literally the most on-the-nose villain name that you can make in the entire world. Greedy evil. Because he's the villain of the game. What?
To find the ley lines and through a spiritual, physical means, a device, allow you to see into the spiritual world? Scary if you think about it. Wikipedia tells us that Pokemon Go is a free-to-play, location-based, augmented reality mobile game. I don't need reality augmented for me. I'm already in reality. I don't want to see what's in the spiritual world. I'm living in the here and now. Okay. And everything I do for Jesus. And yes, it will affect the spiritual world. But I'm trying to deal with the here and now. I don't need to see demons, if that's what they are. It tells us that
he's being very smart with this. He's like he's ending every sentence with, you know, if that's true. You know,
it was released to mixed reviews. Reviewers praised the overall experience of the game, and yet it quickly became the most used smart device app. By July 20th, the game was downloaded more than 30 million people worldwide. This doesn't sound like a wholesome, good game. This sounds like utter confusion. Well, that's interesting. What does the Bible say about confusion? Who is the author of confusion? Oh, that's right. It's Satan. He who has...
People didn't look where they were going when they're crossing the street. Must have been Satan game.
Devices. I got this from Walking in Truth Blogspot. I guess you could go find it if you wanted to. And in here it says, Pokemon is bad. Pokemon. I call it Pokemon, but it's Pokemon. which man in Jamaican, they say, hey, I'm on. Poke a man.
Oh, he's telling jokes. He's a funny one. He's telling jokes, man.
It's the spirit world trying to poke you and say, hey, come find me. Come look for me. I'm a demon.
He's telling jokes. He's funny one. He's a funny one.
This guy says in his email. I don't know. But I read here, Pokemon is bad. Just another fad? Question mark. Read on. Okay, let's read. This person tells the experience of how they allowed their 8-year-old child to play the game of Pokemon. And it says right here by Brett Peterson, Pokemon, the true power behind pocket monsters. I forgot to tell you that that's what they call those little beings, pocket monsters. They're little monsters that you can keep in your pocket on your iPhone. No, they just might be demons from hell.
I'm like, I don't know if he's being serious or not, man. We're like almost 15 minutes into this. I still can't tell if he's being serious or not.
And their goal is to get you to go there with them. Well, anyway, let me...
His goal is to get you to go there with him. Go where? I don't know. Go where, bro?
Maybe they should go to the link in the description to get our limited time Puma/Subnoodle joggers.
Go where?
This is an experience of one family. It says, and I quote, our first-hand experience with Pokemon, especially the red and blue Game Boy versions, involved William, our 8-year-old child. A Christian friend gave William the video game for his birthday. A review of the packaging and the very scanty instructions provided with the game did not raise any red flags, so William began to play the game. I believe these are Christians talking. And they said the game involves a very intricate journey of fights between little creatures at each step with the goal of capturing all of the Pokemon. The game created an addiction and anxiety in the child which made me very uncomfortable. The child felt addicted. Oh, I gotta do it. Like a drug. Oh, I gotta do some more. I gotta do some more.
I gotta do some more Pokemons. Yo, give me some of that Pokemons. I'll snort it right now.
But as we had only just purchased the Game Boy toy itself, I figured it was just the nature of video games in general. So it was just a video game, just a device. And we are in the Bible not supposed to be ignorant of the devices of the devil. Could this be of the devil? I continue. 2 months into playing the game, and then it says, by the way, it takes 4 months to finish the game. William...
What? For who? 4 months to finish Red and Blue? Bro! What are you doing?
Came to me one morning asking what channeling was. He emotionally spilled out that there were bad spirits and ghosts in his Pokemon game, and that channelers were calling forth the spirit of a dead Pokemon's mother. That it was very scary, and that he thought it was bad and he should get rid of the game. All of Pokemon is evil, said one child.
No, this child sounds like a little baby. This child sounds like a little bitch. Can't handle the channeling, dude. Dude, you gotta grow up, man. You gotta grow up one day. You gotta handle the channeling.
Channeling. Do you know what channeling is? It's trying to talk to dead people.
Dead people!
And many people who've been in the cult believe that it's demons that pretend to be those dead people who actually speak to you. So, wow. Wow, it gets even deeper.
Yeah, this kid sounds like a coward.
Maybe his email was right. Maybe they are going through these ley lines, trying to get you to communicate with seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Maybe that explains why people are stumbling upon dead bodies while playing this game. By the way, in Mark chapter 5, there's a man who has an unclean spirit, the Bible says. And guess where he likes to hang out?
Pokemon?
It says here that he's dwelling among the tombs.
Kanto?
He's among the tombs. He's the man of Gadarene, the maniac of Gadara, I guess he's
He hangs out in Lavender Town, right?
A demon-possessed man who loves to hang around dead people. So if you're playing a game and it leads you to a dead body, and you're supposed to meet a little monster there, you very well could be meeting a demon, because demons, unclean spirits, like to hang around dead bodies. Weird. I'm just saying, I would be very cautious.
I mean, I'm convinced, man. I am shutting down my YouTube channel. I am done with these little demons. You see that little stubble there? Demon! Sick of it!
Especially if you're a Christian, and especially if you have children who are a Christian, allowing your kids to play this game. Now, let me continue here reading this from walkingintruthblogspot.com. Which, by the way, I don't know who they are. All I know is I found them online, and I thought, wow, this is quite interesting, so I'm going ahead and read this.
All I know, I have no idea what this is. I found it online, so this is going to be good.
For you. It says, William also brought to my attention, so I guess William must be the son of the person here who's speaking. It said there was a character named Sabrina who bends a spoon with her mind.
Yeah.
The leader Koga, who William says was a warlock, witchcraft, magic, it's preparing kids for witchcraft, it's preparing kids to learn how to use magic or witchcraft, which is talking to demons.
It's okay, it's okay. I understand, Robert. Fact-checking is really hard.
It says a girl who roams around asking players if ghosts are real. If the player answers no, the girl replies, oh, I guess that white gloves you're wearing aren't real? Or isn't real? If the player says yes, the girl...
I guess the white gloves you're wearing aren't real. That's not even remotely close to what it actually says.
Freaks out, according to William. The way to increase your power in the game is to drain the life of another Clefairy character who bows down to worship a moonstone. Dude, this is pure occultism wrapped up in the form of a child's game or a child's
Chat, we're in
toy.
a cult. Monka S boys.
I continue reading. Only later did I learn that William had been having a recurring bad dream. The morning he came to me, he said he had wakened up from his dream knowing that he had to tell me about what was in the game and that he had to get rid of the game. Smart 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, an 8-year-old kid doesn't do that unless they're, number one, brainwashed by their parents, or number two, not actually an 8-year-old and it's a complete adult that's just making all of this up to begin with.
Sounds like he's being attacked by demons, giving him nightmares.
Yeah, that's it. He must be being attacked by demons.
He
sure,
never
yeah,
had
that's
the dream
it.
again. I later studied the official Pokemon guide, a $12 magazine that is purchased at video stores, and did indeed find that the Pokemon Tower portion of the game, the Pokemon creatures cannot fight with the game's characters because they are possessed with evil spirits. In fact, the text I can't find now, I'm possessed. Oh no, excuse me. In fact, the text says, I can't fight now, I'm possessed. Blogspot, what is Pokemon? Sometimes cute little creatures that battle each other. My son and I were trading the cards and playing the game. I observed groups of children role-playing the Pokemon characters for a period of 4 months. I watched the anime cartoons, or Japanimation, and I did extensive research into the subtle influences on the whole Pokemon world before I wrote this paper. It is out of much prompting that I finished this, and I pray it helps many of you make an informed decision about whether or not Pokemon is a game that you want your children playing with. All of the Pokemon and the result of influences that are... All of the Pokemon is the result of influences that are completely mystical. These are just too many to name. These are just to name a few. Buddhist mysticism, Hindu meditation rituals, Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Book of Tao, the Analects of Confucius, the Gita, the I Ching, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. All these philosophies have influenced Pokemon.
Yes.
C.C. Jung...
Yes, they did take influences from different cultures to create their little creatures because, you know, why wouldn't you? That's what you do in art. When you're creating things, you take influence from other things because you can't just create nothing out of nowhere for forever, you know?
Summarizes all these philosophies in his theory of collective unconsciousness, and assures his followers of the congeniality with occultic energy sciences and the evolutionary sciences with the occult practices and tapping into the water of energy, fire, leaf energy, wind energy, etc.
What was that sentence? It was just a rambling run-on of, yes, the occultic wind energy, fire energies from the occultic demon spawns, and
notice that he says,
what was that?
The occultic practices, the evolutionary sciences. I don't know much about Pokemon, and I, from after studying it, don't want to.
It's quite obvious you don't know much about Pokemon, man.
But I know that when I went to the website, they had a little video, and one of the things you do is you hit the button to let the little Pokemon evolve. So not only is it a cult teaching you witchcraft, it's trying to push upon you the idea of evolution. An anti-biblical teaching, if there ever was one.
Oh no, he's one of those ones as well. Ah, no!
He says, Jung draws upon Oriental conceptions of consciousness to broaden the concept of projection. Not only the wrathful demons are monster pocket monsters, but also the peaceful deities and spirits, Pikachus. So I guess there's monsters, the evil ones, and then they say, oh, but the good ones are Pikachu. Are conceived as animal projections of the human psyche, the fundamental religious teaching and gameplay in Pokemon.
The good ones are the Pikachus.
Recently,
That's the only good ones.
A group of children who were role-playing Pokemon. They were making evil faces and chanting their Pokemon character names over and over. One 3-year-old was chasing another boy almost trance-like in expression, saying in a deep, raspy voice, Bulbasaur, Botak, Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur. What a name for one of the demons. Bulbasaur.
This poor little kid is just pretending to be a Bulbasaur running around playing with his friends. And there's like creepy adults over there like, demons! Demon child! The kid just wants to be a Bulbasaur. And there's like 30-plus-year-olds over in the corner looking at them like they're demon spawn. Jesus. Kelly-san, thank you for the raid. We're watching a minister that thinks Pokemon is for the devil.
Well, that almost sounds like Beelzebub? Yeah.
Sounds like Beelzebub? No, it doesn't.
I don't need to get into it, but here a little bit lower down, it says all of the Pokemon evolve and take on new characteristics, and one Eevee can evolve into one of two completely different Pokemon. Children are subtly being indoctrinated into the theory of evolution and mysticism in the Pokemon game. What other influences are evident in Pokemon? It gets more unbelievable and shocking as you read on. Wicca, witchcraft, paganism, Satanism, New Age, and other occultic influences influence Pokemon. Wicca or witchcraft is a popular and fast-growing religious practice all over the world today. Most witches, warlocks consider their practice something that is learned by experience, not by books. Oh, so it's a 4-month indoctrination on Satan's device to give you experience dealing with demonic creatures. So that
he's cracked the nail on the head there, mate. Pokemon Go is a 4-month indoctrination to make you a warlock.
When you become a witch or a warlock, you already...
I can't wait until I get my warlock degree and my certificate so I can start casting spells and summoning demons. I'm so hyped for it, dude. I'm so freaking hyped, man. When did you guys get your warlock degrees? How long did it take you guys?
Have that experience. Oh, that explains it. Does it not? Most witches or warlocks consider their practice something that is learned by experience, not by books. They must go through many incredible rituals to become powerful in the craft. In the book of Daniel, talking about the Antichrist, it says when the Antichrist comes, he will cause craft to increase. Well, the
Minecraft is in on this too? When does it end?
The Bible tells us there's many Antichrists. And what are they doing? They're practicing their craft, which we know, who are Christians, as witchcraft. Pokemon trainers must go through a lot of training and ritual-type actions to become master trainers with the ability to control the Pokemon and their powers. In Pokemon, trainers summon one of their Pokemon to battle other ministers. Now, notice that word. They summon.
Ministers?
Why, that's what witches and warlocks who practice witchcraft do. They summon demons.
This ain't Yu-Gi-Oh, mate. You don't summon them.
Demons. And bid them to do their will. To battle other monsters and to use them as guardians. In Wicca, guardians known as watchtowers are called. It says these spirits and sometimes animals are called by them to protect them from evil spirits while they open themselves up to these spirits during rituals. The circle, the pentagram, whatever. In Pokemon, the monsters are held in a Pokeball until the master summons them. Oh, so you have a little safe place for them. And then you open it up and say, now go do what I say, little demon monster. Wicked, man. In witchcraft, these spirits are summoned and called to stay in the circle until needed to fight off bad spirits. You see how it sounds so much like witchcraft? Pokemon Go. And yet, ignorant people are going around with their little devices. Oh, this is a fun game. And you're doing witchcraft.
You're doing witchcraft, guys. That you didn't even know.
Allowing yourself to be indoctrinated in it so that you can practice it later.
You're all doing witchcraft, chat.
It says, these guardians in pagan practice are often the spirits with whom a person feels comfortable with and has developed some form of a relationship with. In Pokemon, the trainer befriends their pocket masters and develop trusting and advice-seeking relationships with them. Possible guardians might be one of the ancestors, a spirit guide, or a spiritual entity, including animal spirits and even real animals. These typical witches, black cats, etc., with which a person is familiar. This is what occurs in Pokemon play. The pocket monsters are captured, trained, summoned as needed. Most pagan and earth-based religions and philosophies find power in the 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and wind.
Earth, water, fire, and wind. Oh my god. They got Avatar in it too. Oh my god. They got Pokemon, they got Minecraft, and now they got Avatar in it too. Is no one safe? Is nothing safe from the demons?
These are the energy cards in the Pokemon game. What we're allowing to come into our homes, the elements in Pokemon, are foundational to many earth religions and mystical rituals. We draw our power from God, not the earth. One last example of occultic practices in Pokemon, in paganism and the occult, there are spirit guides, messengers, and elementals or artificial elementals. They can be summoned to do things for the trainer or practitioner. They can, 1, watch and tell the trainer what it sees. 2, guard the trainer. 3, fight with other spirits or elementals. Or 4, carry out assignments given by the trainers. Pagans can capture free elementals, much like Pokemon trainers capture pocket monsters, and build relationships with them for using to oust other Pokemon trainers.
Bro, it seems like when he's reading this, he's like slowly like disbelieving it himself. Like he got well into it and he's like in too deep to go back and be like, actually no, this does sound kind of dumb. Never mind. He's in too deep now.
I could continue on and on and on here, but my goodness. My goodness.
Yeah, he stopped. He's like, I could keep going, but I mean, isn't it just crazy how all this, I'm not saying it's real, but like, I don't know, it's pretty crazy, isn't it?
From what I've just read, what does Pokemon and Pokemon Go sound like to you?
Demons.
It sounds like to me exactly what this guy in this email sent me.
Yeah, it sounds sounds right, man.
Ungodly, satanic, demonic, evil spirits, and they've gotten a hold of a gigantic company and asked that company to help them make a game so that people can interact with them through it.
Yeah, they just went straight to Masuda. They were like, hey, Masuda, can you make us like a demon spirit game? And Masuda was like, yeah, all right, I'm not doing anything else this Saturday, whatever.
Device. And while so doing, they're indoctrinating and teaching, but also initiating and giving people experience in dealing with witchcraft rituals.
I mean, hey, that's how I got in there, you know?
So if you're a Christian, you need to look at this game and say, nope, no go. No go for my kids.
Pokemon no go,
I'm not
chat.
going to allow them to learn how to deal with demons. Now, folks, I'm a Christian. I believe the rapture is soon. I believe Jesus is coming soon. But I also believe that before he comes, the Bible says there's a time of apostasy where many will fall away from the faith. And there are many
and this time is when people play Pokemon Go
today who claim to be Christians that don't care enough about their own children that they let them get into this game. A game that if you start playing, you just might very well stumble upon a dead body. How on earth
still going on about
you play
that?
A game like this and stumble upon a dead body that just happens to be on a ley line, which corresponds to a cult, and where known demons are to frolic to and fro.
Bro.
Why would they stumble upon it? Why twice already in the news playing this game? This game has not been out that long. Not even a month when I do this video has this game been out. And twice
30 million
playing this game,
downloads.
someone stumbled upon a dead body. What is that? Well, it's probably a person that had a demon inside them that killed that body and went out and dumped it in a certain place and was led by a demon to do so.
So it makes more sense that an app that you download on your phone possesses you and gets you to murder someone and put them in a place where you find a Pokemon in the game. That's how they stumbled across. That makes more sense than 30 million downloads leading to a coincidence of finding a dead body. Demonic possession, murder, dumping where you find the Pokemon. I don't even know how we'd know where the Pokemon are going to spawn. But that makes more sense than he was walking along a road and there was a dead body there.
And as we've seen in the Bible, Mark chapter 5, demons love to hang around dead bodies, and through that video game, demons drawed a person to right where that dead body is. I'm not saying that Pokemon is satanic and demonic.
You literally did say it! You said it early on in the video! Shiny Sobble! Oh my god! I just found a demon! I found a demon spawn! We did it! I just found a shiny demon! Yes! Yes! Shiny demons! I just found the Antichrist! Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe that, man. I actually can't believe that. We just found a shiny demon, boys. Hoggers, dude. Thank you so much to our Twitch subs and YouTube members of the day. Remember, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, that both gives you access to the sub Discord, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys.